Now let us see the next method of traditional irrigation system. It's furrow irrigation system. The picture you can see very clearly, right? There are rows of crops which is planted, and you have a small rows in between where a person is helping to fill the water over there. So this furrow irrigation is used in the irrigation of row crops. The crops are planted in a row, which is shown in the picture. So the furrows, the water which the water is being filled, that place we call it as furrows. The furrows are formed between row crops. The dimensions of furrows depend upon the crop grown, equipment used, and the soil depth. That is, dimension says the length, the width, the breadth, and all those things depend upon the crop you are going to plant in the field and the soil which you are going to take, the type of the soil which is present in the field. All this will decide the dimension of the furrow. Okay, and how the water is being run into this field, that we are going to see. Water is applied by small running streams in the furrows between the crop rows. You can see there the water is running through the rows. So these rows are called the water where the water is running, that is called the furrows. Okay, so this is also a one kind of traditional irrigation system. So we have seen different traditional irrigation systems, almost 6 irrigation systems we have seen. So we have also noticed that ancient men involved animals also in irrigation purposes and used very simple instruments for the irrigation purposes. So now let us see what are the advantages of the traditional irrigation methods. So these irrigation methods best suited for the leveled lands, and that is leveled field. These the farmers, the instruments and the equipments whichever they use for the irrigation purposes, it's not the very big machines or something like that. They use only the logs, ropes, chains, that's all they use. So to use this they need not have a much technical knowledge. So these traditional methods does not require any technical knowledge, and the soils of this method is more useful because it does not filter the soil, that is having less infiltration. And from this method we also see that they are mostly depend upon the rainwaters. These rainwaters are collected in the basins, and then it is used for irrigation purposes. So hence, since the rainwater is collected in the small basins like well, pond, lake, all those things, there is chance of soil erosion is much less. And even the cost of these instruments which they are used for the traditional purpose is also very less, that is lesser economic investment, and with the less investment they are dedicated more land. That is what we have seen. This is the advantages of the traditional methods of irrigation. Till now we have seen the advantages of the traditional irrigation system. Now we are going to discuss about the drawbacks. Though they were having the advantage, they also had a drawbacks also. So what are the drawbacks that the traditional irrigation system have faced, that we are going to discuss now. So in agriculture sector, okay, when you take agriculture sector, the availability of water and availability of crops are less when you compare to the population growth in India. As that there is a constant increase in population and industrialization, all these things leads to the global warming, which in results there is drought and less rainfall. Sometimes there only a rainfall at all. When these situations occurs, these traditional irrigation systems cannot be implemented. The farmer cannot use these traditional irrigation system because this traditional irrigation system they need a plenty of water, so which is not possible at all. So now they come to they are trying to find an alternative by using a very minimum amount of water. How can they irrigate the crops? That is what the next idea they have. So another drawback what they had is these traditional irrigation system promote the weed growth. Weeds are nothing but unwanted plants grown in the crop field. And there is a wastage of water is also seen through the seepage in the drain as the drains are being closed by persons manually. So they had a seepages. And you can also see in the traditional irrigation system like Rahat, chain pump, and Dekli, all the system. There was a person who has to accompany, like the full day or whenever they want to irrigate the land. Continuously, there should be a person to regulate whether the system is going properly or not. And they are even doing the works like pulling the ropes and riding the animals, all these things they have to do. So there is a labor is being involved in all the traditional irrigation system. So which increase the investment of a farmer, and is also needed electricity sometimes, and it also promoted the soil erosion sometimes due to the seepage. There was a soil erosion also occurred. You know what is soil erosion, right? So these are the drawbacks of the traditional methods of irrigation system. So as there is the drawbacks, they have to see the alternative of it, right? So for the alternative only, they have found the modern modern methods of irrigation. So as an alternative for the drawbacks of the traditional irrigation system, they have found a modern methods of irrigation. So, when you compare the modern methods of irrigation with the traditional methods of irrigation, they have helped the farmers in very big level. Like they are more reliable than the traditional methods, because for traditional methods they need rainfall and they need a huge amount of water for all those things. And next thing is they provide irrigation whenever needed. They are very farmers friendly and it is very easy to operate. So here they need not train an animal or a labor to sit for the whole day and to irrigate their field. And this modern methods were used to irrigate a large area when you compare to the traditional irrigation systems. And large amount of water can be pumped by electric and diesel driven motors. So in Rahat and the other pumps system we have seen, the laborers were involved in drawing the water from the well and lakes. Here, the small motors will be used. When you switch on the motor with the help of the petrol or a diesel, they'll draw the water with a fraction of a second, and the field is being irrigated. So the farmers found that these modern methods of irrigation were very easy, and it is easy to operate all the. And next thing is they have saved a time for the farmers a lot. So these are the advantages of the modern methods of irrigation. Now let us see about a very important method of modern irrigation system. Very important, very easy, very simple irrigation system. We are going to see that is drip irrigation. So what is drip irrigation? A drip irrigation is also known as a trickle irrigation or a micro irrigation or localized irrigation. It is an irrigation method that saves water and even the fertilizers by allowing the water to drip slowly to roots of the plants, either onto the soil surface or directly into the root zone through a small network of valves, pipes, dubbing or emitters or nozzles, small nozzles being used, and with a regular interval of a time, water has been let out through the small nozzles in a form of a droplets near the roots of the plant. So it saves the so much of water which has been wasted in the irrigation field. So this drip irrigation has been appreciated by all the farmers, and it has become a big success in the agriculture field also. So here now we will discuss what are the advantages of a drip irrigation system. So all the farmers and everybody appreciated the drip irrigation system as it becomes very successful, because it saved time, it saved water, and it also gave the better yield for our farmers. So, what are its advantages and how it is possible? These profit, how it is possible, that also we are going to discuss here. So, we know that the water directly reaches the root of the plant. So you can see the picture there. There the water is being connected, and there is a rows of given the lines. The pipelines are being given over there. The narrow pipes are being given. So through the pipes there will be a small holes in a regular interval where the crops are being planted. So these pipes, these holes in the pipe will leave the water, that is through the holes the water will be given out directly near the roots of the plant, which take water to the plant in a balanced quantities. So because of this drip irrigation method, it saved up to 30 to 70 percentage of water in the irrigation field, and also crop production is higher by 20 to 40 percentage. So this is very big for the farmers. So this drip irrigation has been appreciated by all the farmers. This picture shows the process of drip irrigation. You can see a long pipe, and to the long pipe there are small narrow pipes have been attached, and these narrow pipes are laid on a row to the in the field actually. And in the next down the diagram you can see a drop of water which is coming through the small pipe near and reaches near the root of the plant. So with the help of a minimum amount of water, the plants are being irrigated, and they even give a better yield for the farmers. So in this picture you can see it is a terrace garden. Okay, here in the terrace garden they have installed a drip irrigation system. So this drip irrigation is the most effective and efficient way to water plants, because water drips right to the roots of the plants and little water is only wasted here. Drip irrigation well suits for those who don't have lots of time to water, like those who are going for a work, and all those, we are living in a very busy situation, right? So when there is no time to water a plant, so this drip irrigation system works a lot, and it helps the persons also in watering the plants. So it well suits for those who don't have lots of time to water and who lives in a water restricted area, and even the land, the acute lands are faced. If they have very small land, this drip irrigation system is helpful for them to irrigate the land. Another modern irrigation system called sprinkler irrigation method. An irrigation sprinkler is a device it's used to irrigate agricultural crops, even lawns, landscape, golf courses, and other areas. They are also used for cooling and for the control of airborne dust. Sprinkler irrigation is a method of applying water in a controlled manner. Okay, so it is a method of applying water in a controlled manner. It's a way similar to the rainfall. So how the rain comes, the same way the plants experience it through the sprinkler system. They feel it like it's raining. The water is distributed through a network that may consist of pumps, valves, pipes, and sprinklers. Irrigation sprinklers can be used for residential, industrial, and agriculture use also. It is useful or on uneven land where sufficient water is not available, as well as on a sandy land and perpendicular on sandy soil also. The perpendicular pipes having rotating nozzles on the top are joined to the main pipeline at regular intervals. When water is pressurized through the main pipe, it escapes from the rotating nozzles. It gets sprinkled on the crop. In sprinkler or overhead irrigation, water is piped to one more central locations within the field and distributed by overhead high pressure sprinklers or guns. So the water with the due to the pressure it is being sprinkled and the plants feel it like it's raining. So it is also a very successful modern irrigation system. Now let's see the advantages of the modern irrigation system. So areas having scarcity of water can be successfully irrigated through this modern irrigation system by drip irrigation and sprinkler irrigation system. And this sprinkler irrigation system is helpful to irrigate the uneven lands. Whereas you have seen in the traditional irrigation system that this traditional irrigation system is helpful for the even lands, even fields only. It can leveled even fields only. It will suits the traditional irrigation system. But with the help of the sprinkler irrigation system, you can also irrigate the uneven grounds, and there is no problem of water lodging here. And it also maintains the temperature of a crop, and even for the soil, it retains the moisture in the soil and even in the crops also. Okay, it is one of the most successful methods. You can see the sprinkler irrigation system in parks, um, cricket grounds, and all those things. It is actually a visual treat to see a pipe pops out and which sprinkles the water all around like a rain. Though there is much advantages in the modern methods, there are also few disadvantages are also there. The first thing is they are very expensive. Drip irrigation system, they need the pipes, nozzles, and all the equipments to buy. So it is much expensive when you compare to the traditional irrigation system. And these irrigation systems like sprinkler irrigation, drip irrigation needs a technical knowledge like how to adjust the pressure of the water and the nozzles and all those things. You need a technical knowledge. So it is difficult for a small farmer to operate, and creates a problem of flow and water blockages near the places also. So next very important thing is the limited amount of nutritive element has been supplied to the plants. So due to this reason the plants cannot yield, that is the plants cannot grow properly, so it affects the yield for the farmers, and it is not also suitable for all the crops. So this is one of the big drawback for the modern irrigation system. But when you compare a traditional irrigation system with a modern irrigation system like drip irrigation system, you can almost save 40% of water. So because the only a few drops of water is going to reach the roots of the plant, whereas in the furrow irrigation system or rahat irrigation system, you are going to use a huge amount of water for very small crops. So it saves almost 40% of water. Now, children, as I added information, I wanted to share you few more things. So, these till now we have seen about traditional irrigation system and a modern irrigation system. But nowadays, there are more innovative methods are also being used, because due to the lack of land, scarcity in water, large number of population, industrialization, global warming, all these things, there is no place to grow land, or a crop field is getting limited. For that reason, even the water for the cultivation is also much limited. So to overcome all these things, nowadays they are following a stagnant. What they are growing crops with the help of the grey waters. Grey waters are waters which is being used in washing and washing clothes, kitchen waste, and all those things. These waters can be recycled and let into a wetland, and from the wetland the overflow water is taken into for the irrigation. So these are the very innovative methods which has been slowly coming into the action nowadays. So children, In this session also I have added a few small home assignment for you, and first three questions are 3 mark questions. You have to answer them accordingly for 3 mark question, and the next 4 questions are 1 mark questions. So try to complete and learn more. Okay children, thank you.